Sparks alight, firestorms, when they strike, we feel the love. Sparks will fly, they ignite our bones. When they strike, we light up the world. Firestorms.
Hey y'all, so today I am here with a makeup tutorial. It is full face, and I started out, I didn't really know exactly the makeup tutorial I wanted to do. Let me pull my shirt up. I'm wearing a shirt. I knew the concept. I wanted to do a smoky eye with a wing liner, but I just didn't know the look I was going for, and it ended up being like, I haven't gone out in forever, but this is like the makeup I used to wear a lot when I would go out, like to the club or go out at night, when it was gonna be like a night out with the girls or with whoever. And I just thought, I haven't done a look like this on my channel, so I definitely think this is geared towards a night out, whether it's summer, because I definitely think it's more of a summer smoky eye, because I did a very bronzed face and a nude lip with the smoky eye, and I used a lot of brown and purple. The only black on my eye is my liner, so I used purple shades and more warm toned browns. The concept of this look is the same, so if you might not have these shadows, just use similar tones, like a light brown here and a darker shade here. Just use the same technique, but use different shades. So you don't have to use the exact colors that I used, but just use the same technique. I love this look. I haven't worn a look like this on myself in forever. I have not done a smoky eye in so long, and I used to do them all the time, and I just love the look. So you can definitely use a different lip color if you like. I just love a more nuded lip with a smoky eye, because I think it just keeps the attention on the eyes versus all over. So like, I didn't want it to be a bold lip and a bold eye, because I just think that's too much. That's just my personal preference. I don't like a red lip or a super bold lip with a smoky eye. I just like it to be like soft and bronzed, and then like boom, eyes. So I hope y'all enjoyed this look and found it really helpful. If you have any questions or anything, just leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe and check out all my social media, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye. Start by taking tape and placing this on the outside edges of my eye. I put it on the back of my hand just to get some of the excess glue off, but this is just going to give a very precise line. It's an easy, quick little cheat technique to help you if you don't really want to clean it up later. Next, I'm taking the NYX eyeshadow base, and this is in Skin Tone, and I'm just going to place that all over my eyes in a patting motion just to make sure it's nice and buffed into the skin. Next, I'm going into this Tarte palette. I'm not sure what this palette is called, but this shade is Pinky Promise. It's a very pinky, neutral color that I'm just going to buff into the crease. This is going to be a nice transition shade. It's just a nice soft pinky peach shade, and I don't know, I just like it. So you could use any shade like it, but I'm just going to blend that right into the crease directly, and that's just going to work as our transition shade. And what I'm doing is I'm just building it up. It is a softer shade, so just build it up to your desired opacity, and then I am going to take a clean blending brush and just clean off the edges and just make it all real soft. Next, I'm going back into this palette, and this is just Malt Away by Tarte, and it's just a very cream shade that I'm just going to buff right onto the brow bone just to add as a highlight. I actually meant to go back and add a highlight on top of this, but I totally forgot, but this worked. Next, I'm going into the Too Faced Boudoir Eyes palette, and I'm going to mix the Fuzzy Handcuffs in Voulez-Vous, which is a very peachy, soft skin tone shade, and then a dark purple, royal purple shade that is just gorgeous. This palette is so awesome. If you have not tried it, I totally recommend it. But I'm going to just put this in the outer V. I'm going to buff it and blend it, and you're just going to keep doing this and build it up to as dark as you like. It's totally up to you how heavy you want this look to be, but seeing as I hadn't worn a smoky eye in forever, it got heavy for me just because I hadn't worn a smoky eye in a long time. But just keep that packing on the color, buffing it in, and then blending it out with the clean blending brush, and just use that technique for this outer V area. Take your time on this part, because this is where I see smoky eyes go the most wrong, is when they don't blend enough. Next, I'm taking this just matte cream white shade. It's pretty close to white, but it's just a matte shade, and I'm going to put that into my inner corner and then just kind of blend it towards the inner part of my eye. This is just going to work as an inner highlight, and then I'm going to pack on that smoky dark bronze shade in the middle right now. This is the NYX Prismatic Eyeshadow in Bedroom Eyes. It's a shimmery bronze shade. It's so gorgeous. I love this shade. I'm just going to put that mainly in the middle of my lid and then just kind of blend it out. I'm using a flat shader brush. This is going to give you the most control with this color, as well as the most pigmentation. Then once you get that mid-lid color on, you can go back and pack on that outer V shade. A lot more thicker if you would like. I just kind of lost my outer V color when I put on that bronze shade, so I went back and built it back up. Make sure when you're putting this shade on that you buff it a lot at your lash line as well. Don't just keep it in your outer V crease area. Next, I'm taking black gel liner, and I'm just going to apply that in a very thin, but not, I mean, you want to see it because we are going to put false lashes on, but just a thin line. I start at the middle of my eye, and then I just drag out towards the outer part of my eye, and just depending on your eye shape will depend on, you know, how much you should put on the inner corner. If you have real small eyes, don't make your eyes look super, super small by putting this real thick on your inner corner, because you'll lose your lid. But just drag out the wing. If you are not a good winged eyeliner person, use that tape as a guide to help you. It will definitely make a difference because it's going to have a straight line and you can just work with it, which is what I'm doing here. And now we can take the tape off and see our finished look. I'm going to then apply mascara. I am using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm going to apply that before I put on my false lashes. I used the Eyelure 126s, I believe. I'll put them what they officially were in the bottom bar below, but I applied those off camera because I just can't apply false lashes on camera. I don't know why, but I can't. Now onto face. I'm using the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. You can use whatever primer works for you, but this is the one I'm going to use today, so I'm just buffing that into my skin real nice, just so it's a real smooth, fresh canvas. And now I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the Dewy Smooth version, and I'm going to put that all over my face with a flat top kabuki. Use whatever foundation works for you. I like a luminous look because my skin is dry. This one works great for me. You just want it to be a fairly full coverage foundation because you want your face to look as glamorous as your eyes. I'm taking the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer in Light and applying that under my eyes. I'm going to buff it in with my finger and warm up the product. Use any concealer that's a couple, if not just a shade lighter than you, so that it brightens up those eyes and makes you look just real fresh and awake. And just apply it in a triangle motion. I apply it from the inner corner of my eye all the way down to the edge of my nose, and then just buff it out softly towards my temple, but not all the way to my hairline. Then I'm taking my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in Light, and I'm going to use this for my nose highlight in between my eyebrows and on my chin, as well as putting a little bit under my eyes, because it just makes a huge difference in brightening up under your eyes. I just feel like you can tell right there, it's a huge difference. And then in the same motion, I'm just going to blend that in with my finger, and then I'll buff out the harsh edges with my foundation brush. Set my concealer, I'm going to go into my LORAC Pro Contour Palette and use a combination of the Beige and Banana highlighting powders, and just place that with my e.l.f. blush brush all under my eyes, on my nose, and my chin. Just anywhere I applied that concealer, you want to set it so it does not crease on you and it does not move at all. Now I'm going back into that purple shade from the Too Faced palette, and I'm going to smudge that under my lower lash line first. And then going back to that pinky shade, which was our transition crease color, you're just going to buff that out real nice and softly with a separate smudge brush, just to give it a more blended and soft, smoky look. And then I'm going to take mascara and just blend in my falsies with my real lashes, because they were kind of driving me crazy. And then I'm going to put that mascara on my lower lash line, just so that your top lash does not outweigh your bottom lash. We're going to warm up the face. I'm going to take my Makeup Forever bronzer, and I think shade 2, and my Too Faced Kabuki, which is the perfect bronzing brush, and just buff that on my cheeks, on my forehead, on my jawline, and on the sides of my nose. just going to chisel out my cheekbones. I'm going to go into the light contour, but really I also go back and I add the medium contour shade as well, and just chisel out my cheekbones to give them more depth and just give them more va-va-voom, because this eye look is very va-va-voom. Next, you just want to take a bronzy blush shade. I just like that with a smoky eye. I just think it's, especially for the summertime, it's just a real nice soft look. So this is a baked blush by NYX in the color Solstice. I love it. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but not chunky glitters. So it's just a nice soft touch. And then I'm going to highlight my face with MAC Mineralized Skinfinish in Soft and Gentle. You could use any kind of highlight you like. I just wanted to use a champagne shade. Gold would look really awesome too. It's just totally your preference. So I'm going to put that on my cheekbones, my nose, and my lip. If you have oily skin, I don't recommend putting a highlight necessarily on your nose, just because it can accentuate your oiliness if you get oily throughout the night or the day whenever you're wearing this look. So just gauge that based on your skin. And then I also touch some of that highlight on my inner corners as well, just to kind of pop them a little bit. And then I'm just going to buff all that together just to make sure it's nice and blended and no harsh lines. This is just a Morphe brush that I love to use just to buff all that together. And then for lips, like I said, I just like a nude lip. It's just my go-to with the smoky eye. I just love the way it looks. But you can definitely do whatever you prefer. This is the NYX Peekaboo Natural Lip Liner, and I'm just going to line my lips, and I kind of filled them in on the outer part of my lip. A Maybelline nude lipstick in Blushing Beige. It's a pinky nude. I don't want to wash my lips out, and this just adds a nice blush of natural skin color with that pinky, because I do have a pinkier undertone. So I just love the way that this look came together. I'm going to top it off after I blended it out. I warmed it up with my lips and blended it. That's just a really good thing you can do with your lipsticks. I topped it off with the Urban Decay lip gloss that comes in the Naked palette. I don't know what it is. I know it's in the shade Naked though, and I just love it. So this is like my absolute favorite lip gloss ever. It's so amazing. But I just topped it off to give it a nice little pop. And that is it for this look. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next video.